Hello, good afternoon. We will present your project. The participants are Justin, Jair, Olvera, Cortes, Sergio Vazquez, Tuxpan, y Luis Manuel Morales Lopez. And we will talk about how her robot was built. Her name is Aunt Frank. Introduction. We begin to introducing ourselves to a world which needs innovation and the creation of new methods to carry out daily actions, implementing automation, programmation, and basic knowledge about electronics. To begin to introduce ourselves and discover a little more, we make a small robot which with basic knowledge about electronics. It's possible to do. It's a present as project which must complete with other prototypes. For them, a goal is proposed that is to reach a point in the fastest. Purpose of the project. Purpose is design and build a robot capable of following the trajectory and overcoming the obstacles that come its way. To work on creative thinking, imagination, and motivation of the team, as well promoting their autonomy. 3. Developed new forms of communication and learning which go beyond traditional methods. 4. Our robot is a start to create superior prototypes on the not too distant future. This robot that we will put to the test so it fulfills its objective.
Materials: two gear motors, a small wooden plywood, mini switch and battery holder, two PVC couplings, soldering pencil and tin and grease, tongue, depressor, and glue gun. Process: the first thing we did was think about the design that a robot would have. It took a little time, but in the end, we decided to use a design very similar to the following. Having already chosen the model, we get all the necessary materials to be able to assemble it, which will be mentioned in the section on materials used. Having obtained all the materials, we start by cutting the 8 centimeters diameter PVC tube into 4 parts with the purpose that these were the legs of the robot. Since we already had the legs, we put silicone on them in order to give them a better grip on the legs when it came to work looking like this. After that, we glue some tongue depressors with a length of 3.5 centimeters each to one end of each leg to take the following shape.
Later, using more cut-tongue depressor, we connect some parts of the motors that we make the robot move, function as connectors of the motors to its legs in such a way that these do not block the motor in any way. So that at the end of this step, we proceed to connect the legs of the remain it this way. Having all the motors connect to the legs, what we did was glue this to a small wooden board, basically functioning as the body of the robot. Then we proceed to connect the motors to a power source that will be a battery our battery holder. Obviously, first soldering the motors with cables with a soldering iron and tin. Being this the last step to finish making the robot signs, we only needed to connect the motor to its power source, and at last we only add to this it did not have it read for the contest. The mechanisms work with two motors, each one moves a pair of legs, and a battery is needed to make it work. With a boat, it seems that is it a simple mechanism, but no, because it and legs of these mechanisms are not of the same age, it will not work. This mechanism is called advanced with a propeller, which is not more efficient since it was a great travel distance and can easily climb. Without a boat, every day we can learn something new by carrying out a project.